A warm welcome to all Global Ayurveda ambassadors, doctors, practitioners, and consumers to this virtual launch of India Foundation's Center for Public Diplomacy and Soft Power Ayurveda Day website, the unique global initiation which is represented by more than 75 countries across the globe by Shri Shripad Naik Ji, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. To start the ceremony, I invite Pavitra Srinivasan, Research Fellow, India Foundation for invocation.
Namaskar to everyone and warm regards. I will be singing a song penned by the great nationalist, journalist, and poet Sri Mahakavi Bharatiyar, who has ignited the hearts of many people through his marvelous poems, which has profound meanings. So in this song, Bharatiyar says, "Firmness of mind, sweetness of speech, and purity of thought we must all have. Dreams and goals we must achieve. Wealth, pleasure, and fame we must all have, and take pride in our land. Our eyes must be open, women must have freedom, and the great God must always protect us. So the soil must be fertile, and we should all be able to see the space and sky, and the truth must stand strong." மனதிலூறுதி வேண்டும் வாக்கினிலே இனிமை வேண்டும் நினைவு நல்லது வேண்டும் நெருங்கின பொருள் கைப்பட வேண்டும் மனதில் உறுதி வேண்டும் கனவு மெய்ப்பட வேண்டும் கைவசமாவது விரைவில் வேண்டும் தனமும் இன்பமும் வேண்டும் தரணியிலே பெருமை வேண்டும் மனதில் உறுதி வேண்டும் கண் திறந்திட வேண்டும் காரியத்தில் உறுதி வேண்டும் பெண் விடுதலை வேண்டும் பெரிய கடவுள் காக்க வேண்டும் மண் பயனுற வேண்டும் மண் பயனுற வேண்டும் வானகமிங்கு தென்பட வேண்டும் உண்மை நின்றிட வேண்டும் ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
Thank you, Pavitra ji. May I now invite Mrs. Lalita Kumar Mandulangi, Director, India Foundation, for the welcome address.
Namaste, Vanakkam, Namaskar, good evening. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the inaugural function of the Ayurveda Day, jointly organized by India Foundation, the Ministry of Ayush and ICCR. My hearty and warm welcome to the Honorable Minister with independent charge of the Government of India, Shri Shripad Naik Ji, who has been kind enough to join us from Goa and accepted that he would inaugurate our website. My warm welcome also to Manoj Nesri Ji, Advisor, Minister of Ayush, Government of India. A special thanks to you, sir, for your proactive facilitation in this entire initiative and your margdarshan. My welcome on the behalf of India Foundation and the entire team that has been working so hard for this Ayurveda Day initiative and on this website that I should not fail to mention. The entire core group, all the members of the global initiative in which, as we know, more than 75 countries are participating. A very, very warm welcome to all of you. Now, let me just put in a few words about our center. The Center for Public Diplomacy and Soft Power is established by India Foundation. It's the first of its kind in India. that dedicatedly focuses on public diplomacy and soft power with regard to India in today's global scenario. The center's aim is to bring together stakeholders, organizations, researchers, and all experts and those who are interested to discuss and study prospects and challenges that India faces in public diplomacy and soft power today. Now, we do this through many verticals. Ayurveda, of course, is one of the most important of them, but we have yoga, we have art, craft, and design, we have cuisine, we have digital diplomacy, we have think tanks, we have museums, and many, many, many more like that. The center aims to advance this study and research of public diplomacy and soft power with regard to India, especially through lectures, through video workshops, conferences, to actually once COVID is over, hopefully as soon as possible, and with a lot of help from Ayurveda too in that, actual physical programs where we have joint researches that can be presented before people, projects that can be done jointly between various stakeholders and in between various countries and within India, to academic conferences, etc. Now, without wasting much more time, because I think we have a very limited time today, I would hand it back to you, Doctor, and ask you to take the program forward. Finally, just saying welcome to everybody and thank you all for being here with us today.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the welcome address. May I invite Shri Rajiv Vasudevanji, founder and CEO, Ayurveda Hospitals and member Core Group Ayurveda Day, and Ritika Patni, founder Art of Health Singapore, she's also the core group member of Ayurveda Day, to take us through the journey of Ayurveda Day so far, anchored by India Foundation, its vision, mission, and scope. Dr. Rajiv Vasudevanji and Ritika Patni.
Just a moment, I'll share the screen with the PPT. Ritika, you'll have to share the screen. 1 moment.
Would you like me to do it?
Ritika?
Yes, it needs to be enabled, Sudarshan. It says it's disabled.
Yeah, go ahead.
Respected Shripad Naik ji, Honorable Minister, Mr. Dr. Manoj Nesri ji, Advisor Ayurveda, friends and ambassadors of Ayurveda the world over. You know, we are all united in a common cause, which is of serving people through Ayurveda. In our different ways, across different parts of the world, we are all focused on this basic premise. And when we look at the United Nations, the SDG 3, with the global goals, developmental goals of ensuring healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages. When we look at this basic premise, we in our different countries, different ways recognize that Ayurveda has to play a very important role, just as yoga has to, in making this vision possible. Without Ayurveda and yoga, and Ayurveda in particular, to look at ensuring healthy lives, reversing disease, and to promote well-being, these two systems have to go together. So we see that as a very important, foundational platform that Ayurveda has to offer globally. We also see the Ayurveda Day as an opportunity to acknowledge and celebrate the untiring inspirational efforts that are done by the global Ayurveda community. See, many of you, the community members, are working in remote parts of the world, and singularly over the last many decades, and many of you are very esteemed professionals, have been doing a great service to the local community to propagate Ayurveda, authentic Ayurveda. So this desire to learn and practice authentic Ayurveda has been maintained by you globally and has made this day today a reality after so many millennia. So this is to acknowledge and celebrate that effort. We have all in different ways looked at making Ayurveda an integral part of our daily lives. And we see Ayurveda as an enabler for good health and well-being for oneself, our family, our community, and looking at how we can live in harmony with nature. Today, when climate change is a major issue, we at the India Foundation, we all the Ayurveda Day stakeholders believe in the fact that Ayurveda and individual and the environment, all of these are to be taken together in an integrated fashion. Let me at this point tell that our intention is to complement and supplement Ministry of Ayush's own efforts, which are considerable. Year after year, the International Yoga Day and the International Ayurveda Day has been celebrated globally. We would like to align, we have aligned our efforts to the ministry's efforts, and this year as well, last year we did it, this year as well, we intend to align our efforts completely. And for this Margadarshan, as the Director India Foundation, Ms. Lalita Kumaramangalam said, we are thankful to the Minister, Honorable Minister, the Secretary, Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha ji, and Dr. Manoj Nesri for the proactive guidance that they have given us to ensure a smooth alignment. To conclude on this particular vision part, let me say this platform is also enabling global connections for growth, because we realize for Ayurveda to grow, economic impact and societal impact should happen through Ayurveda, which is what this platform eventually will do. So the vision really is how to make Ayurveda people's movement as a contemporary health science through a global network. So it is very clear, we are seeing Ayurveda not just as a wellness or as a curative, it is a contemporary, rigorous health science, which will stand scrutiny globally through a global network of credible people, right? So it will be doctors, it will be consumers, and also people who are friends of Ayurveda, who love Ayurveda. And through these efforts, we see sooner than later the fruition of a deeply cherished dream of a World Ayurveda Day, so that how does this become? It has to become a treatment of choice for preventive, curative, promotive healthcare globally. It has to look at accessible, affordable, acceptable healthcare. What you would expect in any mainstream healthcare system, which looks at all these dimensions of healthcare, where we're looking at non-communicable diseases, communicable diseases, and mental health. I think Ayurveda, we all agree, can win the hearts of the people by healing, removing pain, gentle healthcare that treats the root cause of disease and ensures sustained well-being. Ritika, next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah. So last year, which was the inaugural year, we were so delighted to see that 32 countries join hands at 150 plus locations with more than 60 partner organizations, wherein 10,000 individuals plus participated wholeheartedly. And we had even US mayoral proclamations to endorsing the Ayurveda Day, which is all a step forward of globally placing Ayurveda. Next slide, please. Ritika, yeah. And this footprint now spans all regions of the world, all continents of the world, as can be seen here. Very happy, and I think this has been made possible by the great ambassadorship of all the members here who have gone and tirelessly worked to take Ayurveda to the world. Thank you very much, and I now hand over to Ms. Ritika.
Thank you, Rajiv ji. Just on that note, what I would also like to add is, this year, of course, we've tried to take Ayurveda Day global to all the 6 major continents in the world. And we're also very happy to say that we will be debuting in Africa this year. So that is something that we are very, very happy about. Of course, last year from 32 countries, we've now doubled our footprint globally, which is we've now expanded the Ayurveda Day impact to 75 countries around the globe. On your screens, you can see a map which shows the presence of Ayurveda Day in different parts of the world. Of course, we are aware of the fact that 2020 has been a challenging year where we are living in the times of COVID-19. And unlike 2019, where we did wonderful physical events with enthusiastic participation from thousands of individuals around the globe, this year we want to be careful, and which is why we have, keeping true to the spirit of Ayurveda, which really teaches us that we must adapt ourselves and our lives to changing seasons and the times. We have adapted ourselves and the Ayurveda Day initiative to the changing times of 2020 and really taken this initiative digital. So the first thing that we've done is, of course, asked all of our country global representatives and ambassadors to hold a digital conference via a webinar in each of their countries on 13th of November, which is when Ayurveda Day will be celebrated globally this year. And the key topic for discussion that we have requested everybody to keep in mind is that the vision for Ayurveda in 2030 is what we must all talk about and set forth a path that we can all walk on to really realize our dream of making Ayurveda truly global. As part of this initiative, we have also shared a common docket which has been given to all the country representatives containing very comprehensive guidelines, social media directives, as well as FAQs. But really what our key digital initiative this year is all about is giving a digital home to Ayurveda Day. You know, in this world where everything has really gone digital, I think it is time also for Ayurveda Day to have a digital home where we can all come together and celebrate this beautiful science of Ayurveda. So Honorable Minister will of course be launching the website today, which is why we're all here. But I would like to highlight some of our key campaigns that we will be running digitally this year. And I would encourage all of you to please pay very close attention and try and wholeheartedly participate and support and share these initiatives to really grow this movement. So our first initiative this year is the digital signature campaign, where we are looking to collect 5 million plus signatures digitally on our website for proclamation of World Ayurveda Day. The second campaign that we are launching this year is also an Ayurveda Day pledge, which is a voluntary pledge. Many of you took this last year as part of Ayurveda Day celebrations. You're free to go to the website and take this pledge and also share it on your social media handles so that the word around this can be spread around the world and people can commit to living a healthy and sustainable life, which is really inspired by the principles of Ayurveda. And ultimately, we are also coming out with a comprehensive report, which will be the first of its kind, which will document the global status as well as the scope of Ayurveda in different countries around the world. I must, before I move forward, acknowledge the work of our 3 knowledge partners, without whom this initiative would not have seen the light. Jiva Ayurveda, which is led under the charismatic leadership of Dr. Pratap Chauhan. Ayurveda Hospitals, which is inspired by Shri Rajiv Vasudevan-ji. And Amrita School of Ayurveda, which is led by Dr. Ram Manohar. We've already heard Rajiv-ji, and we will be hearing the other 2 doctors very soon. But what I would like to reiterate here is that the idea of Ayurveda Day initiative and taking this global really started in 2018. And at the point, it was just a mere idea. We had all of these 3 individuals offering their leadership to conceptualize this idea. And they have been hand-holding this initiative through the last 3 years, offering their valuable time, guidance, and experience to make this a reality. And not only have they just shared with us their experience and knowledge, but they have also wholeheartedly opened up their networks to allow us to reach to more countries around the world and truly make Ayurveda Day global. Of course, all our global partner organizations, many of whom are here with us today, some of whom have not been able to join us because of time zone difference. I would just want to acknowledge all the work, effort, and enthusiastic participation that many of you have put last year, and some of you are new members who've joined us this year, and we are very excited to have you on board to continue the work for Ayurveda Day. Ultimately, I would like to introduce everybody here today to the core group. These are some key individuals who have offered time on weekends, from their personal time, basically whenever there was a requirement, to ensure that this initiative takes shape and keeps moving forward no matter what came on the way. Ram Madhav ji, who is member of the Board of Governors of India Foundation. Shri Rajiv Vasudevan, we just heard him speak. He's founder and CEO of Ayurved Hospitals. Lalita Kumar Mangalam, Director of India Foundation. Dr. Ram Manohar, Research Director of Amrita School of Ayurveda. Dr. Pratap Chauhan, Director of Jiva Ayurveda. Dr. Pooja Sabharwal, the Assistant Professor in Ayurveda, who is also our host and our master MC for today's program. Dr. Mahadevan Sitaraman, he is founder of Ayush Global based in USA and has kindly joined us from USA despite the time zone difference. Myself, I'm founder of ARTH, the Art of Health in Singapore. And last but not the least, Sudarshan Ramabhadran, who is known as, of course, the head of India Foundation Center for Public Diplomacy and Soft Power, but in other and better words, really is the driving force who has galvanized this movement together. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Rajiv ji and Ms. Ritika for sharing the vision, mission, and scope of Ayurveda Day. Friends, for the most anticipated moment, that is the launch of Ayurveda Day website, in the august presence of Honorable Minister Shri Shripad Naik ji, I request Honorable Minister Sir for the virtual launch of the website. I request our volunteers to share the screen, please.
Yeah, I'll request Pankaj. Pankaj, if you can share your screen. Yes. If you can scroll down also. Scroll down, yeah. Yeah. Perhaps Dr. Mahadevan Sitaraman can virtually walk through the website briefly. Mahadevan ji,
Now, yeah. So thank you very much. Now I invite Dr. Mahadevan Sitaraman, founder Ayurveda Global USA and member Core Group Ayurveda Day for virtual walkthrough of the website for the benefit of Honorable Minister Sir and those who are watching the ceremony.
Namaste everyone. Thank you all for joining us to the honorable dignitaries. Namaste. So let me just walk you through, as mentioned earlier by others. Firstly, the website URL is ayurvedaday.world. And this effort has been going on the digital platform of the website over the last 3 months. And to emphasize the vision and mission, we wanted to have this global digital platform to bring together all the professionals, Ayurveda professionals, organizations, Ayurveda evangelists, supporters, followers, and people from around the world to celebrate Ayurveda globally, and which is what you see in the banner. And we also wanted to have a social media network, which is also supporting this initiative, which I will talk about a little later. But if you actually go back to the banner, Sudarshan, we wanted to talk about the countdown. So this year, Dhanvantri Jayanti happens to be on November 13th, which is Friday. And this is a live countdown to that day. So Ayurveda Day this year is on November 13th. And on the top, we have a funny looking logo. So we'll talk about the logo a little later in one of the tabs. If you actually come down, the next section talks about the proclamation of World Ayurveda Day. As mentioned earlier, we wanted to have people come in and put in their name and email address and support this initiative. And we are targeting more than 5 million signatures this year. And once you support this, you can also share this on your social media platforms. So if you scroll down a little, the next section of the website talks about our spread across the globe. Like mentioned earlier, all these countries shaded in orange have people who are part of this initiative, who are collaborating with us. We have more than 75 countries and more than 60 organizations, and hopefully in more than 150 locations, we have people participating. Last year, more than 10,000 people were involved in attending these events, and we are hoping that the number will be much greater this year. And if you scroll down, so here we have images from all the events and activities that happened last year. We had activities in many countries, and this year, as people are doing events and webinars, they will be uploading their images, and we will have a live stream of updated images of activities going on from around the world. So if you scroll down a little, so we have 3 sections here. This is on the first, we will have all the news and media related to Ayurveda Day. And we will also have blogs contributed from our partner organizations worldwide, and also podcasts from eminent invited speakers from different countries. This will be happening continuously and throughout the year, and we are hoping to continue these initiatives. And if you scroll down, so we have a live social media feed here from Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So as people are interacting with our hashtags and posting in social media posts, it will be updated here on a live basis. So can we actually move on to the About tab next? Okay, so this tab has a little information about the Ayurveda Day and some information on Ayurveda, and for people to better understand the initiative and about Ayurveda globally. Maybe we'll go on to the next tab. So 2 ways in which people can actively get involved. The first is attend an event. So this tab has a list of all the events. Right now you can see events happening in the US, in Houston, in Singapore, in India, and in Europe from countries like France, Netherlands, Italy, and in South America from Brazil and Argentina. So as more and more people are organizing their events, we will start updating it. You have from Japan, Greece, so on. So from 6 continents, like Ritika mentioned, we are having events, and it will be updated on this website. The next tab here is about taking the pledge. Like I said, this is optional, and whoever wants to take the pledge can take the pledge, which says, I pledge to make Ayurveda an integrative part of my daily life and thereby enable good health and well-being for myself, my family, and my community in harmony with nature. And once you take the pledge, you can actually share this on social media. You can nominate 5 of your friends or ask them to also take the pledge. And we are hoping that we will have more than 10 million people who are taking the pledge and sharing it. So I'm giving big numbers, but hopefully we will have the viral effect in terms of the pledge. If you go to partners, as mentioned earlier, this is an initiative of Center for Public Diplomacy and Soft Power, and we have our knowledge partners and global partners, and all the countries are listed along with logos of organizations from around the world who are already part of this initiative, and we are hoping to add more countries and more partners as we go along. And lastly, the contest that I mentioned earlier. So for the logo, we are actually running a logo contest where we are asking people to get involved, design their own logo and upload, and we are having some prize for the logo that gets selected. And on November 3rd, we will hopefully go live with the logo that has been selected. So this is another initiative to kind of interact and get people involved. So, and contact is for people to contact us if they want to participate, contribute in whatever way people want to participate, they can contact us. And we have some FAQs talking about various questions that people might have. So Thank you all for joining in, and hope you will help us in taking this global to a lot of people.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mahadevan ji, for virtual walkthrough of the website. May I now invite Dr. Pratap Chauhan ji, Director, Jiva Ayurveda, member Core Group Ayurveda Day, for introduction of our chief guest, Shri Shripad Naik ji, Honorable Minister of State, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India.
Namaste everyone. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce our Honorable Minister of Ayush, Shri Shripad Naik ji. He actually needs no introduction, because wherever we go in the world, people always ask us that in India you have a minister for yoga, you have a minister for Ayurveda. The whole world knows that India is the only country where there is a minister for Ayurveda and yoga, and that is our minister, Shri Shripad Naik ji. Since 2014, when our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji formed a separate ministry for Ayush, Shri Naik ji has led us all from front with complete passion and rigor. He will be remembered forever. I'm saying this is a very interesting point. He will be always remembered as the first Ayush Minister of India. He has put Ayurveda on the world center stage and ensured that Ayurveda has received its long due share, especially during this pandemic time. Under his leadership, Ayush Ministry has achieved many firsts. He has been the Union Minister for State Independent Charge, Ayush Minister, since 2014. In addition, for the information of all of you who are watching this program from abroad, he is also having another position in our central government. He's also the Union Minister for State for Defense in the Government of India. And he has been a member of Indian Parliament, Lok Sabha, since 1999. He has previously also been a Union Minister for State for Agriculture, for Tourism and Culture, for Shipping, for Civil Aviation and Finance. So he has held already many different ministries in the Government of India. And he has been a member of several parliamentary standing committees and consultative committees. For those of you, as he's joining from Goa today, he comes from Goa, which is a very famous place. Many tourists come to Goa from all over the world. And before joining the central government of India, he was a member of the Goa Legislative Assembly. He was also a member of the Public Accounts Committee of Goa Legislative Assembly, leader of the BJP Legislative Party, and member of a committee on delegated legislation in Goa. I have personally known Shri Naik ji for many years. He is a very kind, very helpful person, very supportive to all, and he holds a great vision for the science of Ayurveda. My dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Shri Shripad Naik ji.
Thank you, Dr. Pratap Chauhan ji, for introducing our chief guest, Honorable Minister Shri Shripad Naik ji. May I now invite our chief guest, Honorable Minister, sir, for his address, please.
Namaskar. Dignitaries who join this webinar. Dr. Manoj Nesri ji, Advisor, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. Dr. Mahadevan Sitaram ji, Founder, Ayush Global, USA, and member of Core Group, Ayurveda Day. Dr. Ram Manohar, Research Director, Amrita School of Ayurveda, and member of Core Group. Dr. Pratap Chauhan ji, who have introduced me to all of you, is the Director of Jiva Ayurveda and member of Core Group of Ayurveda Day. Madam Ritika Patni ji, Founder, Art of Health, Singapore, and member of Core Group. Sri Rajiv Vasudevan ji, Founder and CEO, Ayurveda Hospital, and member of Core Group. Mrs. Lalita Kumar Mangalam ji, Director, India Foundation, Pavitra Srinivasanji, Research Fellow, Indian Foundation, Dr. Pooja Sabrawalji, Assistant Professor and Member, Core Group of Ayurveda Day. All other dignitaries who have joined this webinar. It is my privilege to be a part of the occasion of the inaugural function, official launch of Ayurveda Day website. I am happy to learn that India Foundation Center for Public Diplomacy and Soft Power has taken the initiative to celebrate the Ayurveda Day globally to promote and preserve the health science of Ayurveda. Ayurveda Day is an important occasion to reaffirm the commitment towards the scientific propagation of merits of Ayurveda throughout the world. 2019 saw the global celebration of Ayurveda Day with enthusiastic participation from over 32 countries and over 150 organizations and thousands of individuals around the world. This year, Ayurveda Day will be celebrated digitally on Dhanvantri Jayanti, that is 13 November, in various countries in the virtual presence of Ayurveda doctors, students, enthusiasts, and supporters due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Ayurveda embodies the principle of natural and sustainable living, and this day is aimed to promote the UN WHO Sustainable Development Goal 3 by raising the awareness about the strong role that Ayurveda can play in the realization of Sustainable Development Goal 3. The Ayurveda Day initiative is taken under the guidance of internationally renowned stalwarts in the field of Ayurveda. I am pleased to note that Center for Public Diplomacy and Soft Power was instituted by the Indian Foundation and represent the first center in India that dedicatedly focus on the field of public diplomacy and soft power in the global scenario. The center continues to make initiative that brings together the stakeholder, individuals and organizations to discuss and study the prospects and challenges of the India's role in public diplomacy and soft power through the various verticals such as yoga, Ayurveda, cuisine, arts, craft and design, cinema, digital diplomacy, cultural organization, and think tank, museum, and more. As you may aware, large number of Indian population depends upon the Ayurveda for managing their day-to-day health condition. Ayurveda is one of the oldest system of traditional medicine in the world. Besides managing physical disease and discomfort, Ayurveda also caters to emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being of an individual. Embryology, anatomy and physiology, examination of the patient and disease, pathogenous or progressive, prognosis, structured, rational, comprehensive patient assessment, health management with the prognosis and clinical outcome clearly defined in Ayurveda. Fact of the matter in the present scenario is that health system based on a single medical discipline is not going to combat the disease burden of the country and the challenges of public health. Ayurveda is not only the first line management of the certain chronic, non-communicable disease and several communicable disease, but also useful for management, for treatment of the primary, secondary disease, as well as the prevention measures at the level of tertiary care. There is a great scope for integrating the Ayurveda treatment with the modern healthcare. The science of Ayurveda is applicable to all geographics, ethnicities, nations of the world. Ayurveda enjoys us to live in harmony with the nature without degrading it, and in that sense, it is the most environment sensitive healing science in the world. Ayurveda offers the comprehensive and specialized healthcare approaches to facilitate the successful aging at preventive and promotive health levels. Ayurveda is poised to be one of the strongest employment generators for the Indian economy. Approximately 25,407 graduate doctors and 4,344 postgraduate in Ayurveda pass out each year after a rigorous 5.5 years and 3 years program respectively. Similar to the modern medicine doctors, there are 4.44 lakhs registered Ayurveda practitioners in the country. These doctors are providing the Ayurveda services to the common people throughout the country. Of late, you might have realized that the emerging concept of the integrative medicine and lack of any specific proven remedy for COVID-19 have attached the scope of potential of Ayurveda and herbal healthcare products, particularly for immunity boosting, health promotion and prevention from illness. Ministry of Ayush have taken a number of steps to promote the use of preventive and immunity boosting measures of Ayush and initiated prophylactic studies, population studies and various research intervention across the country to generate the scientific data and publish these studies. It is important to note that the National Clinical Management Protocol based on the Ayurveda and Yoga for management of the COVID-19 prepared by the ministry realized on the 6th October 2020 by Honorable Dr. Harshvardhan Ji, Honorable Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. Government of India has adopted a strategy of mainstreaming of Ayush, including the Ayurveda. Present government in the center has implemented 2 flagship programs of the National Ayush Mission and National Health Mission for supporting the vertical and horizontal strengthening of health infrastructure in the country, as well as to promote the use of Ayush intervention and modalities of the holistic healthcare. Ministry of Ayush is implementing the centrally sponsored scheme of National Ayush Mission, that is NAM, through state UTs and providing the financial assistance to them as per the proposal submitted by them to the State Annual Action Plan. Under NAM, Ministry of Ayush, financial assistance to state UTs for co-location of Ayush facilities at the primary health center, community health centers, district hospitals, upgradation of the existing government Ayush hospital and dispensaries, setting up of up to 50-bedded integrated Ayush hospitals, setting up of new Ayush educational institution where it is not available in the government sector, infrastructural development of Ayush undergraduate, UG and postgraduate PG institution, established and strengthening the ASU and homeopathic pharmacies and drug testing laboratories in the support for cultivation of medicinal plant. Union Cabinet has approved the proposal to operationalize 12,500 health and wellness center by the Ministry of Ayush under the Ayushman Bharat in the phased manner from year 2019-20 to 2023-24. The Ayush Health and Wellness Center would be created by upgrading the existing Ayush dispensaries, that is 10,000, and sub-health center, that is 2,500. As on date, Ministry has accorded the approval for 4,061 health and wellness centers in different state UTs. New startup in the field of Ayush-based healthcare services and manufacturing are coming up very fast using the latest technologies and sophisticated infrastructural facilities. Today, on the occasion of inaugural function, Ayurveda Day website, I am very much confident that the Ayurveda doctors, research worker in the world, including the India, will utilize this platform for sharing their ideas and views over Ayurveda for bring future of this, one of the oldest system of medicine. I would like to mention special thanks to core group member who are anchoring India's Foundation Center for Public Diplomacy and Soft Power Initiative of Ayurveda Day. I take this opportunity to convey my heartfelt wishes to the organizers and all the medical fraternity taking part in this event with these words. I once again thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for addressing our audience from all across the globe. And your words of wisdom are truly inspiring and encouraging for all of us. Thank you very much, sir, once again. May I now invite Dr. Ram Manohar Ji, Research Director, Amrita School of Ayurveda, member Core Group Ayurveda Day, for concluding remarks and vote of thanks.
Thank you. Namaste, my humble pranams to Honorable Minister of Ayush and Defense, Sri Shripad Naik Ji, and for his very inspiring and visionary, speech on the occasion of the launch of the Ayurveda Day website. This is a historic moment in our journey towards the realization of the goal of World Ayurveda Day. We now have a digital platform to bring people, and institutions involved in the propagation of Ayurveda for networking on a common platform. This India Foundation initiative has taken really great strides since the initiative was launched last year, and there is a lot of reason to feel enthusiastic that this network will expand, into a much larger presence globally, propelled by this digital platform of the Ayurveda Day website. So we have this great opportunity to, do this signature campaign, and the goal of 5 million signatures, I think, will create that momentum to push Ayurveda forward as a truly global phenomenon, guiding, healthcare in the future. In this occasion, I think I have to, first of all, wholeheartedly thank on behalf of the India Foundation, the core group of Ayurveda Day, and all the participants for the, presence and blessings of Honorable Minister of Ayush and Defense, Sri Shripad Naik Ji. So without your encouragement and blessings, this event would not have become a success. So thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts for this great support and your presence in spite of your busy schedules. Thank you very much. I must also thank wholeheartedly the support from Ministry of Ayush, especially Secretary Vaidya Rajesh Kotecha ji, who has been, great moral support and encouraging us in every step that we have taken forward in this initiative. And I would like to thank him also, for his guidance and support for this initiative. And the Honorable Advisor, Dr. Manoj Nesri ji, also from the Ministry of Ayush, has been a great encouragement and has guided us and given us suggestions for, taking the steps forward with this initiative. I would like to also extend my heartfelt thanks on behalf of the India Foundation, the core group members, and all the participants for his support and guidance. I must also thank all the officials, we cannot mention all of them by name, of the Ministry of Ayush, who are, extending great support in enabling and supporting the Ayurveda Day Global Initiative, which is anchored by the India Foundation. Needless to say, and most importantly, I must also thank wholeheartedly the ICCR and all the officials of the Ministry of External Affairs of the Government of India, Dr. Vinay Sahasrabudhe, the President of ICCR, Sri Dinesh Patnaik, the Director General of ICCR, Sri Harshvardhan Shringala, Honorable Foreign Secretary to the Government of India, and the support and encouragement of all these individuals has been a great, impetus for us to move forward. I must also thank India Foundation Center for Public Diplomacy and Soft Power leaders, Ram Madhav ji and Mrs. Lalita Kumar Mangalam, for constantly inspiring and guiding us as we move forward. The knowledge partners of this initiative, from representing Ayurveda, Jiva Ayurveda, and Amrita School of Ayurveda. I would also like to thank all the representatives of these three knowledge partners for all the support and help rendered, in our initiatives and activities. And then we have also, the global partner organizations and all their representatives from 75 plus countries. And many of them have joined today's meeting, especially many of them, in spite of the challenging time differences, have taken the trouble to be present here with us today. I would like to especially thank them for their involvement, contributions, and support. And then finally, I must also thank all the core group members of the Ayurveda Day Global Initiative for working together, in such synergy and focus so that, this great milestone could be achieved today. Not the least, really, it's very important to also mention the name of Pankaj of Shade 6, who has developed this beautiful website, which is really encapturing the entire vision of Ayurveda Day and its various components has been so beautifully brought out. And I would like to thank Pankaj also for the great work in building up, and is the architect of this website. So with these words, I would like to once again thank the Honorable Minister for his gracious presence today. And I thank each participant who took the time to be here for this event. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ram Manohar ji. And once again, thank you very much, everyone. And with this, we close this virtual ceremony. And we urge with this, all of you to go through the website, that is www.ayurvedaday.world. And we look forward for celebrating and marking the Ayurveda Day on November 13, 2020. Namaskar.